right. All right. Hello and good day. My name is Chris Palmer with chrispalmer.org. In today's local SEO video, I want to cover one thing and I want to get it out to you very quickly. I don't want to waste any time. Local business owners need more phone calls. You want more calls, you want more leads, but you want to do less work. Less work equals less time, less dollars, right? Like you don't want to spend a lot. You don't want to spend a bunch of time, but we need more leads. We need more phone calls. And currently, maybe you're putting all this effort out. You may even be creating a bunch of blogs and content and location pages and geo pages when actually I'll walk you through a strategy right now. Step by step, I'll show you exactly what to do on how you can create perhaps less pages, target more that's actually going to be more specific. You'll be able to pinpoint a specific area that you want to target, generate more leads, generate more phone calls in a more specific area for and actually get the people that you want as opposed to blog content. Blog content or supporting content can be good, but the problem there is I start getting all types of irrelevant leads. So enough jibber John. Let's go ahead and get into the strategy that potentially will lead to more calls, more leads, and hopefully less work for you as a business owner. You have enough to do, right? So let's get into this. Now, this video actually comes about. I made a video maybe 2 days ago or yesterday, one of these days. Okay. And here, I want to showcase this to you. All right. This all plays together and this is a stream. So with this being a stream, what that means for me is I'll break this out into other videos that will be more concise, right? But here, I want to point this out to you. If you come inside of here, all right, here, we'll come over here. And here's the questions here. And this was really good because it led to this piece of content. When you ask questions, please ask questions below this video. Any video that you see, if you have a question or you want me to go into more detail, please ask, right? The reason why is I can get in more depth. And if one person has a question, that means multiple people have questions. Super helpful. All right. So this question here is, I did a video, it was related to keyword research. Now that was part of a live stream and I extracted it out, right? But with that being said, and yeah, I was looking at New Jersey, I should have been in like Iowa or whatever, but the strategy is what I was able to lay out. But the questions that came out of that video were excellent, and here's one of them, all right? So this comes from this gentleman here. He must have numerous accounts, and he says, where exactly on the existing page should I add new locations? Should it be in the title, the headings, the content, or somewhere else? And that's one of the main topics that I'm going to cover today in doing less SEO, but being able to get more geo-targeted traffic, leads, phone calls, right? The second question, and really just a addition, is if existing page is already ranking for a new, different, specific location, but other businesses have dedicated pages targeting that location, should I create a new page? Going back to the old adage, oh, just because they have 9 million services on their website, should I do the same thing? Like the Orkin example I've showed before, tons of big sites out there, they'll list all these services, but you look at their traffic analytics and you quickly realize, wait a minute, their homepage ranks for their brand, which is 60% of their traffic, and then they get one other key term that they're actually winning for. That's the service pages that we dedicate our time, our effort, and our resources to. So now that you know why we're here, all right, I'm going to redo this for the video, and I'm going to start just like this, all right? My name is Chris Palmer. In today's local SEO video, what I'd love to share with you is how you can get more traffic, more geo-targeted leads by doing less work, creating less pages. By doing less SEO, doing less work, you have more time to go and earn inside of your business. So I do not want to waste any more time here. I'd like to share with you a strategy that is going to help you first identify the area that you want to target. Secondly, once inside of the target area that you're going to be able to provide services in, You identify the market. Inside that market, you identify the main locations that you want to target or that actually have a bolded place on the map. I'll share with you how to do that, how to identify cities, towns, and neighborhoods. Then what I want to show you is step number 3. And step number 3 is if I create said page, we're going to go look at, I don't know, a big city, San Jose. We'll go to San Jose for truck accident lawyer, okay? We'll look up truck accident lawyer in San Jose. We'll find one that's in a surrounding area because San Jose is really big. We'll go to San Jose, look for a surrounding area, and then we'll be able to choose. I'll show you how to choose if you need to create another page or talk about it within the same page. And number four, I'll share with you where you add it to the page. How do you add it? In what section? Just like this question here. If I have an existing page that's already ranking for a different specific location, but other businesses have dedicated pages, should I create that page? And if I do create that content, or if I add that location to a page, where do I add it? So this is a 4-step process that'll take you from beginning until end on how to identify where you're targeting, best locations to target, how to, which places do I actually put it? Do I put up a page? Do I just add it? And then if you're going to do this strategy, how do you actually do it? Let's not waste any more time. I'll share with you first and foremost, I've done this before, all right? Now, in a past video, if even all my clients, I go through this every time, almost every single time. What I do is I go out to Calc Maps, all right? You can go anywhere you want. It doesn't matter. All we're looking to do is identify a particular market. Some clients know how far certain places are, but they'll say, hey, I'm willing to drive 20 miles. But then I go into Calc Maps and I'm like, this is 20 miles. Are you willing to drive here? Then they're like, oh, that's far. All right, let's take it down to 10. Okay. And then, thoughts change. Driving distances change. So what you do is you come out here to Calc Maps for radius. All right. Stick with me. This is only step 1. All right. Calc Maps, radius. All right. For maps. It's called Calc Maps. CALC Maps. All right. I'm not affiliated. It's just a tool. There's other ones, but I've been using this since 2014, 2013, I think. In any case, you come inside of here and let's just say that we're going to San Jose. All right. So we're going to San Jose, California. And let's just say that we want to drive a 10-mile radius. All right. So here, let's come out here together. Let's just say, for instance, right, hypothetically, for educational purposes, we come out here to maps. All right. This is me and you. Think about your business now. All right. Let's identify a target market. Now, why are we targeting a target market or a particular area? It may seem simple to some, but maybe not so much to others. The reason is because the O in optimization, it's all about the O. Search engine optimization. It's not shove as much down Google's throat as possible. It's optimized for my brand, my services, and the locations I provide them. You're going to reiterate this month after month after month until you're a winner. That's why it's very important to understand and identify what's my service, where do I do it, and now let's target it. Okay, let's keep moving on here. So we're going to go out here. We're going to San Jose. If you have any questions, put them into the chat. I'll answer them at the very end. So we go to San Jose, California. All right, beautiful place, I've been told. All right. Once in San Jose, I need to go take a look at the map. I'm looking to identify an actual address. So let's just come inside of here. So let's just say that we are here. Okay, what's here? Okay, so we ask, well, what's here? So here we go. We're coming in. Let's just say that we're going here. What's here? Beautiful. Watch this. So we come into here. We go up here to Calc Maps, right? Or whichever tool you decide to use. We go here, San Jose, all right? And we search. Now, let's just say that, for instance, that's exactly where your business is. How far are you willing to service customers? 20 miles? 10 miles? I don't know. It's up to you. Let's say it's 20 miles. So within this 20-mile radius, which is pretty darn large, right? What we're looking to do next is identify, okay, we know that we target San Jose because San Jose is a big target market. Secondary to that, we need to know that, hey, Is there traffic for what I do in the main market area? And here's the next step. This is step number 2. Step number 2 is we come right into Google. Now, I'm using a tool called Keywords Everywhere. Keywords Everywhere, I'm not affiliated. I'm not affiliated with anything except for Chris Palmer. Okay, I say that all the time. But with that being said, I'm using Keywords Everywhere. All right. There's another free one called Surfer SEO, Keyword Surfer, I believe. There's tons of them. Go to the Google Chrome store and type in keyword research tool. Right. In any case, come inside of here and let's just say we're doing truck accidents. Right. And the reason why I'm showing truck accident, because you're like, Chris, that's not a service area business. That's not a tree removal or a plumber or this or that or a drain remover or a power washer. I know. But I'm doing this on purpose. Not only do I primarily focus, I do a lot of lawyer work, but I also work with service area businesses. But the process I'm showing you, and the reason why I'm showing lawyers, not only to help talk to lawyers, but showcase to you that the strategy is the same regardless of industry, right? If you're in the local market, this can work for you, okay? That's another reason why I'm showing you. So we put in truck accident lawyer. All right, so truck accident lawyer or truck lawyer. Let's just do truck accident lawyer in San Jose. All right. We can see that globally, unless we do a quick search over here, United States, great. So in the United States, we're looking at about 140 clicks per month, right? Excellent. We've identified the base area or the central area that we offer our services in. Now, why am I putting emphasis on the base area or the central area? Here's why. Google is going to so graciously outline, all right? They're going to showcase to us that they understand where an area is. So when we say San Jose, all right, and we hit enter, as you can see here, see this red dot? It's outlining a particular area. Great. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Ooh. See this red line here? This red line is Google telling us that they have identified a particular area. This to me, and you could call it whatever you would like, San Jose plus truck accident lawyer is my primary service plus primary location. Now, to add on and to answer the questions that I got in chat and to help explain this theory from my past video and other videos too, to help explain the strategy further, here is how you identify if you want to create another page or add another location modifier to the page that I'm already in. Well, here's what I mean by this. You and I are targeting truck accident lawyer as an example, right? So truck accident lawyer, San Jose. See the results? Google is a closed system. Google is showing to us what they want to see. They're also identifying for us where a market is. They're also identifying other key locations that are in a market, but Google has outlined them for us. For instance, right, it's blatant, Evergreen. Evergreen is in San Jose, right? Town, neighborhood, whatever you want to call it. You could put any identifier on it that you want. But the question here is that's in Jose. Can I talk about Evergreen on my San Jose truck page, or does it need its own page? Well, you go and ask Google. And here's how you do this. So we know San Jose. Then we come in here and we put truck accident lawyer Evergreen CA. And then you take a look. What is Google showcasing on the truck accident lawyer Evergreen, right? Under this key term. Can I talk about it in my truck accident lawyer San Jose page? Or do I need an entirely different page? Well, when we come down here, we have Hobbs. And this right here, if you look down in my left-hand corner in black and with white letters, it will say Hobbs Law, personal injury lawyer / truck accidents. Great. We scroll on down the page. Here we go, San Jose truck accidents. We have Needham. We take a look at the actual page. And we see here, practice area truck accidents. Great. Golden State's next. So San Jose truck accident lawyers. Wonderful. Golden State, Meaden, right? Scroll up the page here and Habas. We come over here and we take a look at, oh, wait a second. I'm looking up Evergreen, California, but it's showcasing the same results as previously, just in a different sort order. Sort order could be based upon, generally, the density, age, or the external votes that are pointing into a site, amongst other factors. But those are the three main, okay? With that being said, same player, same page, right? Let's scroll down. Look at this. GE, San Jose. Same player, different page, but it's the top level page for San Jose. Now, why would that page be ranking instead of the practice area page that was previously ranking? Why would this one be showing? I know why. The reason is probably because that page says Evergreen on it, right? So, but let's look at these. So we have a new player. We have a Yelp listing. We have a Moet, and then we have Daniel Kim, and then we have Preston. But the two dominant players, other than this, let me just make sure that I have the right one. 1, 2. Practice area is trucks. Yep. And then this one here, practice area truck. Guel. So there's Golden. Gauel. Okay. Different player. There's them. Wait a second here. I'm starting to see some variants here. Now I see a Yelp in there. Top 10, Panish, Caputo. Let's keep going. Moet, losses. Let me see here. Okay. There's Preston. Is Preston on this page? I think I saw him, but maybe I'm missing him. Okay. I'm trying to do this quickly, but here's our GUAL, but he moved way down. There's that guy that's up at the top on the other one. So with this being said, I'm seeing the same pages, same results, definitely a different sort order. Let's look at one more example, okay, to make this more clear. In this case, do I feel that I could create a San Jose truck accident page and talk about Evergreen, California within the San Jose page, or do I need to create an entirely different page? In my opinion, on the San Jose page, we could talk about Evergreen and still rank for Evergreen and San Jose. Now, I am going to explain in step number 3, where do I put it? How do I put it into the page? How do I optimize for both, Chris? If I decide to do less SEO and I'm going to create one page and talk about 2 locations, how would I pull that in? Where do I add it? Where do I talk about it? How do you, where do I put it? We're going to talk about that next, but let's look at another example in order to identify if we need to create another page or if we can combine them. Let's go to another example here. This time, let's look up another service, okay? Let's look up more of a servicey business. Let's look up, how about pressure washing Houston? Okay, I know this business pretty well. I had my business pressure washed the other day. Well, 2 months ago. Not about the other day. In any case, we take a look at this and we can see here KT Power, okay, Space City. But now let's come out here and we're going to go to Houston, okay? So when we come in here to Houston, we're going to look at the identifier by Google, all right? Other search engines do this as well. I think Bing does it in blue or black. They do the outline in. It doesn't matter the color. It matters what it signifies, okay? But now that we come inside of here, we're looking at these areas here. Let's look at acres. Here's Memorial, Sharpstown. Let's go into Sharpstown. It's kind of far out here, pretty far from the city center. Let's go to Sharpstown. So what we're going to do here is we have pressure wash in Houston. Now let's look up pressure washing Sharpstown. All right, did I spell that right? Here, let's put TX just to be sure. Okay. Sharpstown. Did I spell that right? Sharps in town. Oh, I put an E. See how I get? Sharpstown. I put 2 E's. Funny. Anyway, moving on. So now we have a directory. All right. Again, what we're identifying here is, do we need 2 separate pages or can we talk about it within the same page? Step number one, we'll reiterate everything again, but then the next step after this is, well, where do I put it into the page if I decide to combine them? And then we can even talk about how do I add it to my website if I decide to create another page. We'll talk about both and more coming up in a moment. In any case, pressure washing in Sharpstown, Texas. We're going down the page. Again, this Sharpstown has been identified in Houston. The question is, do I need 2 pages or can I create one and target both areas? Right? So here we are. So we're taking a look down our list here and we could see Yelp. So we have a directory listing, services we provide in Sharpstown. So there we go. And then if I take this away, does Google understand that these are both in the same place? Sharpstown, yep. Oh, but it's showing me. So I'm going to put the modifier so it doesn't think I'm in Tamaqua because I am in Tamaqua. First choice, VT Mobile. This is Yelp. Yelp VT first choice. KT Texas Ace Pro Space. Aha! So, do we want, in the past example, we saw clearly that Google was rewarding the same sites, same pages in a different sort order. Okay? In this particular case, we can see that Google is rewarding completely different websites. Now, some of the power players may be showing up in the SERPs, power player being like a directory. However, it's clearly identifiable that we could see that, hey, these are 2 separate results. Google is rewarding different sites entirely for these SERPs. In this particular case, if the traffic warranted it, then I would build out another page. So let's take this a step further, all right? How do we know? How do we make the decision if within an area we've identified, hey, I do pressure washing in this case. I do pressure washing in Houston. I do, and this place here is in my area, my circumference, the radius in which I provide services in. I've identified that I do this service in this area. It's within my area that I service, right? Should I create a page? Google's telling me that it's rewarding standalone pages. How do I decide if I make the page or not? There's 2 things. One is budget and time. Those go together. Time and dollars are one and the same, in my opinion. The other is the performers that are in the position that you deserve or you should be in. Are they getting traffic for the terms that you're going to target? So that's the question. Is there a potential chance? So you come in here and you go to take this page here. In this instance, we're going to take this page. All right. And this is where I see the rank and rent guys and gals. The rank and rents and the lead gen guys fail sometimes, right? Is they'll find an area, right? One area, and they'll target just that. They'll they'll put all their time, their effort, and all their eggs in one basket. And then it flops. Then when you go and you look on the back end, like, hey, why is this flopping? And you go and take a look. Well, all of the performers that came before you flopped too. It's one extra step. So we take a look. All right. We throw this in here. We're going to take a look at Sharpstown. We're going to take a look at organic research. Now, organic research inside of SEMrush is not Google. However, it can give me some insights on if there's going to be any type of ball playing going on here, right? Ball playing as in traffic, as in potential sales. So we take a look at the actual page. All right. We're going to go to that page. I'm using SEMrush. It's not looking good. We're going to give them the benefit of the doubt, and we're going to take a look at the homepage because maybe for some odd reason they're showing up in Sharpstown for the area. So they show up number 1 in that, well, underneath the directory. They rank for 500 keywords. They get some traffic. It's a relatively new website. And as I can see, none of their top keywords are performing for Sharpstown. Now, I just pulled this term and this service out of a hat. I just came to me, right? Pressure washing in this area, right? I'm sure what you're doing or what you're targeting, you've done more research than just, hey, I'm going to create a video to explain something, right? So, you know, this is pretty outlandish, these results. Like yours might have actual traffic. Now, I don't see anything here for Sharp. Nope, nothing. All right. Now, another good way is too, we could pull this one in and we're going to grab this actual subdirectory and see, hey, the behemoth that is known as Yelp. We can't do this one. Actually, there's too many parameters. I'm going to go ahead and do one more just for show and tell. All right. We're going to come up here and we're just going to throw them in. Okay. We're going to take a look at that exact URL, the one that's showcased, and look at this again. So that's two instances that neither were getting any type of traffic at all. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the root domain here. Okay. We're going to take a look. This is a top performer in a potential area that we want to target. Is there any volume? Is there anybody hypothetically? Is there something worth investing our time? I need at least an inkling of potential success before I'm going to invest time and dollars into something. I'm sure you are too, right? That's how we do it. So we take a look here. Keywords, traffic, sure. Okay. Anything here in the area. So we'll just do a control F and then SH. A. Okay, maybe down the page some. I'm not seeing it, but you never know. I don't see it. SHAR. Nope, nada. All right. Now I think I've spent enough time here. All right. But you're getting the picture. This is another way to verify. Now, if you just want to have it to have geo-relevance because you have a GBP connected, and we'll talk about that in the next step, which is implementation. All right. Let's talk about both ways. All right. Let's talk about adding it to the actual site. All right. And then adding it to a page. So here, I'll take it a step further. I'll even share with you in WordPress under my site as an actual example here. All right. If you have any questions, feel free to go ahead and toss them in. I will be happy to answer them. I want to say hi to the people that have made it here, because I truly appreciate you. And plus, I don't want to slew at the end. So let's go ahead and say hello. Hira, hello from Bangladesh. Great to see you. Hello, sir. Bella, good to see you. Hello from Orange County. Hello to you, Jay Alberto. Tawak says, any tips on how to push a house cleaning GMB into an affluent neighborhood? Well, some of what I'm talking about here can help that. Dijon says, yo to you, my friend. Bella vacuuming. Time to ask a question. He never replies to the services sucks on his website. Well, I guess that's just how it is. Bella vacuum. Hey, SEO. Are there any type of service we can buy? And I want to make this evidently clear. There's multiple types of local SEO because I get this frequently, which is why myself, my brother, and I have multiple new business partners. There's a difference between doing white label one-off services, right? And doing a monthly managed SEO. When I started doing white label one-off services, right? When I started doing white label, right? White label to whether you're a local business owner or white label to other agencies, which is the primary function of our business. It's to sell and offer bulk services for the lowest cost possible so they can be resold, right? I give you a blank report so you can put your name on it and you can reoffer it. The difference between fully managed and white label services is not only cost, but part of that cost is time. Time, right? If you come in and buy citations for 25 cents per unit, that's a deal, right? There's not a half hour of time on top of that. Time is separate. Now, when you have fully managed where everything's in a service pack and the time has already been applied to the overall bill, you can ask as many questions. And in fact, there's even a weekly session, whether it could be done over email, Zoom, or we could even just do a live chat. But when we're doing services, there's the time in the beginning of intake and the time at the end. Here is the intake. Do you have any questions? No? Okay, great. Here's the delivery. Do you need any revisions? No? Wonderful. And that's it. And this is the disconnect that I've had within the marketplace between doing white label services and fully managed. Fully managed is not white label. I offer a white label, affordable solution that does not offer time on top of service cost. Huge difference. I've had to make this distinction. It's very, very difficult though. But my solution is, well, hey, if a vast majority of people want to have not only services done, but also consultation while the services are being done, no problem. My objective is to help. So I'll charge for it. Right? Anybody that's done services, you guys know, guys and gals, you guys know, right? You know what it is. Time is a valuable asset, but let's keep going on. In any case, there's three things. I watched this guy. It's really good. I know I'm getting off track of our topic today, but that's okay. It's all SEO. I don't know the vacuum lady here, but Twalk 3, I'm not sure who that is, but here's what I do know. There's three things. You can have it fast, you can have it cheap, or you can have it really high, like good quality, right? But you can't have them all, right? I think his name's Chris. He has another channel. It's awesome. I digress. Let's get back. Thank you, Chris. Hobbis, ton of business and buzz, but yes, very, very effective. Chris, I'm an existing page is ranking for another new specific location. Should I create a new page or note? If not, how can I optimize my existing page for a new page specific location? Explain a bit. Okay, so you have a page. It's ranking for another new specific location. Should I create a new page? Or how do I optimize? I see. We'll cover some of this as we go. That goes into gap analysis. I'm running this. I run into this quite frequently when I talk to business owners. They often think, well, how would they don't do SEO every day, but I run into this a lot. You create an optimized piece of content and you put it up, right? And it starts to do well. But oftentimes you have to add keywords, take keywords away, add optimization, and de-optimize for other things as you go. So as you're accumulating new keywords, in this instance, this question that you're asking me, location keywords, we need to decide, does Google think that these two locations are the same? Exactly what I just showed, right? Should I create another page, or can I just add this location to my existing page a few more times? Can I add the term? Can I increase the density? Can I increase the prominence of a keyword, the term frequency? Can I add more term frequency? Yes or no? Once you identify that, Google already thinks that my site's about that. If it's added to the page, great. If I have to create a new page, even better, right? Because now I have even more chances to rank for key terms. So there you go. Keep up the good work, Chris. Of course, I will try my hardest. Chris, can you tell me about how to choose a low-hanging fruit niche for rank and rent? Some tips, please. I'm not a rank and rent guy. To each their own, but that's not what I do. I primarily focus on lead generation. Any tips on how to push a house cleaning GMB into an affluent neighborhood in Charlotte? It has the same name. Any tips? I think other than that, I think I'm going to answer that neighborhood in the GMB, an affluent neighborhood. If you're going to push into another area, man, the best way to go about doing this, you have three things. So do I offer said service in the area? Yay or nay? Do I have a page talking about this service on my website? Yes or no? Do I have a location-based service page talking about this service and this location? Yes or no? Right? We're getting towards ways to push into an area. Do I do the service that I want to promote? Do I offer a service plus location for the service I promote? Do I have a product pointing to that listing on my website? Then am I generating traffic for service from that location? optimize for it, push traffic for it. Then I need reviews for it. I think it all works together within time, but also there's one last piece. How long have the people that have been sitting either in maps or on the website, how long have they been there? Have they been there 5 years or more? It's going to take you a significant period of time. If they've been there for 2 years or less, you have a real shot at getting in there in 6 to 8 months. But other than that, I think optimize the site, optimize the profile, push traffic, get reviews, and you're on your way. That's in a nutshell. And I think I covered them all. Let's move forward. All right. I'll go back through a recap at the very end here. But what we were identifying or what we were going into next was adding them to a site. All right. So here, I'll just show you. I'll just go into the back end of mine. All right. I'll make it very simple. I don't have very many pages. Right. I have a landing page. All right. On purpose, by design. It's funny. I was talking to a gentleman today from Affiliate Domination. Him and I had a small chat today about a program that he has. Right. In any case, as far as well, never mind. I got distracted with that email thing. I was wondering, I'm like, wait a minute. I clicked the OK button because I was trying to explain, but then as I was explaining, I was reading the email and I'm like, wait, user add example? What is this? Hold on 1 second. Let me see this quick. I'm not sure. Give me a minute here. Oh, not that. Urban Air. Spam. No. Oh, good. All mail. See, this is why we. It's going in around in a circle. Okay. Here, let's refresh this one last time. Okay. It's probably something I have to do within the database or whatnot. But now here, man, I'm gonna have to recap all of this, but we'll do it at the very end. All right. So here we'll go into all pages. Now that we're going to actually identify a specific page here, I'll even walk you through the actual process. All right. So we've identified that we need to have a location page. All right. Now, how are we adding this? So here would be my actual suggestion. You'll come right into your WordPress, okay? And you're going to add a new page, all right? Now, when you add your new page, let's just say that it's for, I don't know, SEO in, I don't know, some city, okay? What I would do is I would create your title, your content, create your actual location page, and you're going to produce your actual page. I'm trying to give this in a fast, concise way, if you can't tell. We're going to create our main page. We'll create our actual content. All right. The real magic happens on the top level page because I'm assuming that you already have other location pages, right? So if I'm creating said city page and it's called SEO City, and I create it, I'm not going to put it as a child of another parent page. No. I'm going to put it off of the root because Google is rewarding more and more of this, right? I'm seeing less and less hard silos that are 3 and 4 deep. I'm seeing a lot of sites, either just homepage or homepage and just a top level root page. So if your SERP is rewarding homepages or rewarding top level service pages, then that's where you put it. However, I still need to establish the main entity. Now, what I mean by this is very, very simple here. I think it's better to just draw it. I could show you with a live example, but it's much better to just do it this way. Here, we'll go to dashboard. Here, we'll go to a clipboard or a whiteboard, and I'll show you exactly what I mean by this. All right. Now, what I mean by establishing an actual entity is just like this. So the examples that we were doing were power washing and truck accidents, right? So let's just say that your website was www.yourwebsite.com, okay? Now, this is your main homepage. Now, on your main homepage, you probably do multiple services. But in this particular example, we were doing truck accident lawyer. So it would be www.yourwebsite.com/truck accident lawyer, right? So we have truck accident lawyer. Now, like we just went through, just seconds ago, we were adding a location page, but I said you need to establish the main entity. Your main entity is truck accident lawyer, right? Like we offer truck accident law services. Now, when you create your actual location page, you will create your location page just like this. You'll create this location, okay? So it's going to be truck accident lawyer, and then to go to our example, Houston. Now, just like I had that question previously, I had that gentleman ask within the comment section, right? I was over here, I was reading my comments on here, right? All right, and I answer everybody's comments. When I came inside of here, where exactly on the existing page should I add the new locations? Should it be in the title, headings, content, or somewhere else? Now, what he is asking me is for the first example that we did during today's video. When we look up a key term, right? When I look up a specific key term and I see, hey, San Jose, and I think it was Evergreen, California, they show the same results, San Jose truck accident lawyers. So if I already have my San Jose page, where on that page should I talk about Evergreen? So you have a few options, right? Now, when you're creating your pages, all right, you can create what I call an internal linking block. Now, you can create your internal linking block in a sidebar. You can create it in the body text. You can create it wherever you want. See, on alligator pools, and the only reason I'm showing alligator pools is because I've showed it numerous times, right? I've gotten permission. So if I go and take a look at a past guy that we worked on, right? So if I look up pool cleaning in Miami, right? That's not even his main service. I think his main service is repair or pool resurfacing, I think. It's been a while since I talked to them. Pool resurfacing in Miami, I think is his main thing. Pool resurfacing. Okay. So we come inside of here and see, this is perfect. He's doing his services, right? This is an internal linking block for service. This should all be it should take you all. Oh, it looks like he's promoting some other stuff, but that's okay. Down here, you'll see what we call an internal link block. See over here to the other side here, how it says the services we offer or the other areas we provide. All this is internal links. Sidebar is considered body. So we'll either put it right inside this section here, like we'll just make links that go to that page. Sidebar works, right? These are the places that we want to put it, all right? We want to point the service plus location in the body section. Now, if your website only offers one or two things, I run across business owners that say, oh, this is spammy or, it's not in my best interest. But if you only offer truck services or just pool services, you'll have pool resurfacing and your dropdown will be your locations. In the sidebar, you'll put your locations. And then in the footer, you put your locations, just like he left, right? He fancied this up a little bit, but it's got the main optimizations that him and I shared together when I spoke to him. Like when we deployed this work, he left pretty much all the SEO portions here, right? So as you can see, primary key term plus location. So if you create a new page, this is how you interlink them. If you add to an existing page, all you're doing is, let's just say, for instance, I'm on this page. This is a perfect example. All right. Say this is pool. Here, let's go up here. Let's go to our pool repair category. We're in pool repair. All right. Let me just take a look here. Let me see. Is he not doing it? Okay. He's still doing it in this area. He had a much larger area before, but that's okay. Business owners change. If, for instance, I'm on this page and this is tuned for what, Miami? Here, let's go to Miami. So here, we'll just use this as an actual example. So let's do pool repair in Miami. Okay. Now let's go out to Google and identify a location that's in Miami. So we come inside of here. Okay. Riverside. Perfect. So we have pool repair. Here, we'll go to Google. I might even use this as the recap. And let's do pool repair in. And I hope you're following along with me. I know I bounce around a lot. I know I try to give as much information as I possibly can. All right. So if you can follow along, excellent. If you cannot and you lost track, I apologize. It's just, I'm not for everybody. Pool repair Riverside. Okay. And we're going to Florida. All right. So what we're looking to do here is identify, does Riverside need to be another page, or can I talk about Riverside in my Miami page? So we take a look. Here we go. So repair Riverside. Is it Riverside? Did I type the right area? Or did I grab the wrong area? I could have sworn I saw Riverside. Let's just see here. Here, let's go for this one. ALLAPATTAH. And you notice I'm looking for bolds. And you could zoom in more and get bolds, and then there's big bolds, which are going to be like towns or cities. And then usually when you're inside of an area and you see bolds, those are neighborhoods. But you'd be surprised, in some markets, in some areas, the smaller bolds, aka neighborhoods, or towns, can bring some traffic. And you'd be surprised. You create a Miami page targeting a service, and then what you'll notice when you're running ads, or you put the page up and you get it ranking, you start generating traffic based on other key terms. And then that's when this problem comes up. I'm telling you. So when we come inside of here, now that I got the spelling, we'll come over here. We're in Miami. Now we take a look at this. Pool repair. And then we put this in and we go to Florida. All right. So then we come over here and it's like, well, do we need to have a new page? So here's Flamingo, Yelp. Flamingo's taking up 2 spots. That tells me there's an opening. They're definitely competing with themselves. But here's all Florida, Blue Science, Yellow Pages, and Dex, right? Miami, you can tell here. Here's Miami Pool Tech. So this is pool repair in Miami. Flamingo, I don't see Pool Tech here. Yellow Pages, Dex Knows, Pool Resurfacing. I think this right here is my guy too, but just under a different name. But there's that. Sonar, there's my guy. So there you go. And there's Pool Resurfacing. So there you go. I think you could talk about Riverside in this page. I'm seeing the same players. I don't see my guy twice, but that's because we don't talk about Riverside, or he's not. So in this case, do I think that we could potentially get some traction for Riverside? I think it's Riverside, or Allapattah. Yes, I do. Now, how would we go about doing this? Well, you have 2 options. I can either add secondary areas on this side, which could be perceived as spammy. I'm just using this as an example. I could add Allapattah over here, right? And point directly to this page. Or I could create what I call a internal linking block, and I could put offering pool repair Allapattah. Now that would be right on this page, which is optimized for Miami, right inside of here. Just like you have this, you could put here pool repair Allapattah, or this could say right here, neighborhoods or secondary areas we provide service in. You're creative. You're a business owner. You could put whatever you want as long as it's in the body section. I'm not going to stack neighborhoods or small secondary areas into the head or the foot. But what I will do is I am going to put main base areas in the head and the foot, or central areas in the head and the foot, Or if there's a bunch of areas that I'm targeting, I'm going to put the entity or the primary service in the head and the foot. And then on that page, inside of the sidebar or inside the body content, wherever you decide, side, body, wherever, as long as it's in the body, I'm going to point to those other pages. What I mean by point is internally link to those pages. Now, why do I want to internally link to those location pages? Whether I have a new page or I'm adding it to a page, why do I want to make it an A tag? Because an A tag holds more weight. So what do I mean by this? Let's just keep right on this example. If I have Allapattah, right, and Allapattah pull repair and Miami pull repair shows the same results, but hey, this might show some potential here, right? I don't know. I didn't do the rest of the homework, but hey, I want to get traffic from Allapattah too, but it's showing the same result as Miami. What do? I have a Miami page. Where do I put it? Well, inside this body content, I will add the key term Allapattah pull repair. I will highlight that word and make it a clickable link, just like this. It doesn't have to be a different color. It could be a different shade of black. It could blend right in. No one will even know it's there. But that link will link directly to itself. Links to itself. Let's recap, okay? I believe I went through the entire process. All right? I got sidetracked answering questions. I got sidetracked checking my email. But I got out the vast majority of the content that I wanted. So let's just reiterate everything that we talked about, and that will probably be the new improved video after a live stream. I like live streaming so I can chat with you guys, right, and gals. So I'll do one more lineup of questions, and then we'll go back through a brief. We'll run right through the whole process relatively quickly. Okay. So we'll come on down here. Habis, keep up the good work. Chris, can you tell me about how to choose low-hanging fruit niche for rank and rent? I don't do rank and rent. It's just not something that I do. But here's maybe where I would start. If it's something that I was going to do, what I would do is I would look up the Google Guarantee Program. Okay? Look up the Google Guarantee Program. And inside of there, you'll get a list of all the niches that are within the program. I want you to compile that entire list and put it into an Excel document on the left-hand side. After that, I want you to then start thinking about all the small things. Things like tattoo removal, things like micro hair pigmentation. I don't know, eyebrow piercing. I don't know. Right? It's not something that I do. I help businesses that already have something established. I help them get higher to get more traffic and leads, right? But something I would do is I know for a fact that I don't want to compete with Google. On top of that, if it's already here in Google, that means that your home advisors and your lead selling type programs, that means that they have been saturated as well with people looking and thinking that there's easy dollars to be made with affiliate or some type of lead generation, which there isn't. So once I've identified all of the Google guarantees and I've identified all of the lead broker type services that buy leads, and I compile those into a list, I would then start looking for anything that's not on that list. It's going to be difficult. Now you can actually find something that not only isn't oversaturated, but it's also micro niche and it's not regulated. So there's no regulation. It's micro niche. It might be lower traffic, but it probably is higher dollar and much lower competition. And that's where I would start. I don't want to compete with Google and I don't want to compete with anybody racing to the bottom. You know? Oh, something I just noticed. This was in 720, which I dislike immensely. Well, we'll have to fix that. And then Chris, can you tell me? Okay, so there's that. Let's keep going. Is the name of the neighborhood, if that helps. It doesn't help me at this point, but can you set up more partnerships with local business owners in the city? How can we set up? Again, Dijon, I don't do that at all. I'm contemplating at this time, after we launch Grey Hat SEO, right? After we launch out the websites, the PBN build outs, the website builds, and the fully managed stuff, the next piece is going to be an accelerator program where I'm looking for website owners or business owners that have a asset very similar, right? That have an asset that's generating leads. It could be lead gen, it could be whatever, but they're just lacking. Like they're already getting a flow. They're on their way. They just need an infusion of cash and skill. I'm looking to help those guys and gals, anybody. I just recently signed up for Kick, and this is the first message from Kick, and it's not something that I like to see. So, LM, so here we go. I have a number of location pages I plan on creating pages for, but not all of them have search traffic. Is it worth doing this anyway for local SEO? It can, yes and no. So I've had both. Man, I've had good and bad things happen. See, one of the ways to flush this out is to target each of those areas with ads, right? Like really, I've figured out a much better way of flushing out an area for keyword variations, and locations is you target an area that you saw those little dots. You target each of those areas individually within Google organic ads, right? So you target each individual geolocation, like you can usually, I don't know if we were doing miles or 5 miles. We are individualizing each of the areas and running ads for our primary key terms in those areas. This way we could identify neighborhoods, towns, cities, locations that were actually generating the leads, and then we're able to deploy those pages. Previously, though, we have, I think I've mentioned it publicly numerous times, we had multiple, we call them Gen 1, Gen 2, and Gen 3 assets for lead generation in the housing market, right? We buy houses, sell my house fast, we buy houses cash, that type of stuff. With that said, we were launching 38,400 pages at a clip, right? So these are location pages that we identified that had a local pack, right? It was color coordinated. Any location that was black within our My Maps that we generated, we'd create a page. 38,400. Okay. With that being said, you'll throw all those pages up, but not all of them hit. Now, they all showed a local pack and they all had a trickle of traffic as to the tools. That's what the tools said. But did it actually produce a lead? Did it actually produce actual people? Not always. By the time we've gotten done, we've realized there are certain markets that hit. But that's why we started making state-specific pages as opposed to national sites. But to answer your question, all right, you can either, Andrew, this is the first orange one I've seen, my friend, but I'd be happy to answer it. I don't see any other bright orange. See the chat here? It's the first time. Dude, why are you not answering my questions? It's the first time it came up. See? You could see my chat here. It could be the stream tool, man. I want to answer questions. That's why I'm here. You got me off track, my friend. Let me think here to myself. Oh, so create all your pages. Back to the question from Dijon. I think it was Dijon. But either way, you can launch all the pages and see which ones actually start generating traffic and then remove the rest. That's up to you. A much better way of doing it is to run ads, run traffic in those areas first, see which ones are actually generating leads and which keyword variations are generating leads. And then you have a much better, more informed answer moving forward. All right. But not everybody's in that position, but you could throw up as many as you'd like. like as much pages as you want. You could just create them all and see what hits. I've done that lots of times. But in any case, J. Alberto says, you said to link the town name in a main city page back to itself. Can you please elaborate? Okay. Link the town name in the page back to itself. That's exactly correct. So, for instance, all right, I was going to show you a law site. Here, I guess it doesn't. Here, I'll just show you within any page. Here, let's just go to a page. Here, how about this? I won't show you on any client sites because Google's rules change all the time. I believe you can control whatever you want, right? But here, I'll just show you within my own. An A tag holds more weight, correct? Now, I want to get an A tag pointing to a location, right? I want to put emphasis on a location, right? Now, in order to put emphasis, not only do I need density, right? And yes, I can add bold, and yes, I can add italic or underline. Bold's usually the one to utilize, or italic, right? That can add emphasis. But a much better way of adding emphasis is by having a hyperlink. So you know what a hyperlink is, an A tag. So if a link that links to itself. So for instance, let's just say I was on this page here, okay? I created a page, a test page recently for GSA SER lists, right? GSA Search Engine Ranker, it's a tool. So in any case, I created a page as an outline to showcase on-page SEO optimization. I'm sure you've seen it. I hope that you have. Now, this link here links to GSA Search Engine Ranker list. This is a link that links to itself. So I'm taking Search Engine Ranker. Search engine is an entity. I'm taking a hyper-specific term, and that's a very relevant term, an entity, in fact, and I'm linking the page to itself. A link adds more weight not only to the page, right? But I'm also able to associate key terms with this page. It's putting more emphasis on a term that's on this page. I hope that makes sense to you. I'm just linking to myself. So if this was a location page, a top level page, let's just say that I offered search engine ranker lists in New York City, in, I don't know, New York, Miami, Houston, Phoenix, whatever. Like if this was a local term, this would say Houston, and I would just link it right to its same page. If I don't have a location page, I can still target the term and get the benefit from the link, but link it to itself. Now my page is not only about search engine ranker lists, but it would be about search engine ranker lists Houston or Miami or whatever you want, right? In fact, if you come up here, it's part of the training, right? It's one of the optimizations. If you look at these internal links, search engine ranker list, search engine ranker list, search engine ranker list, search engine ranker list. These ones I missed by accident. See, search engine ranking, search engine ranker list, search engine, right? You with me? I'm putting emphasis on the key term and pointing that emphasis right back to itself. It's part of optimization. All right. So I hope that helps you out, my friend. I hope I explained that well enough to make it make sense for you. And I'm sure it does. I think you and I have talked numerous times in here. I think you do SEO. You get it. All right. So you kicked it, but it was regarding the white label and not messaging. Andrew, I don't know. You said to message you to get access on the support tickets, emails. I'm on SMS. I have it. So if you're on the site, just make sure it's in the morning time. If you hit me at night, I don't know what area you're in, right? Like, I don't know if you're in California or out west. But if you're out west, like from 9 a.m. till noon is when I'm on live chat. So you can live chat, hit it there, and it's on live chat. It's free talk. I don't pay for it. Also, too, when a order is complete or submitted, if you have requirements, you can please put it in there, Andrew. Okay. Next, Jose, my friend Jose. I used to offer it to prospects who couldn't afford service. Yes, thank you. What were you offering, Jose? Everywhere. He says. Okay. And Alberto, thank you. It's been 2 weeks. Well, if I haven't been able to talk to you in 2 weeks, that means that the team talked to you. And this is not a service channel, Andrew. I don't even have any Andrew. I don't even do work for any Andrews. Not that I can think of, actually. Maybe there is. Oh, speaking of Andy, you're actually giving me you're giving me a you've actually just reminded me of something. Here. There's a woman that I need to speak to. Andrew, you have actually helped me. I just remembered something. Her name is Ashley, actually. Okay. If you have any other questions, or service questions, or Andy, since you're on here now, message me on chat right now. And we'll get to the bottom of whatever your problem is. Whatever your issue is, your message in here, message me on the channel that's going to reach me. And we'll get to it right now while we're here together. Okay? Okay. Oh. I know who you are. We talked. Dude. Oh my gosh. I don't know what else I could do for you, Andy. Now I know who you are now. But my friend, inside here, we'll even do this live in case someone else has this problem. But dude, you're making it, my friend. Oh, Andy, I'm sorry. I know exactly who you are now because you just messaged me. See? And dude, we talked. We talked a bunch of times, actually. See all the blues? That's me talking. Plus, who knows what else? But it's okay. Here, let me show you something briefly. All right. When you're inside of the back end, right? If you have, which I believe everybody does, I think. Now I could have messed up something, which, hey, if I did, I take accountability. Right hand. But I believe if you just go to reseller, right? Oh, it's SEO.reseller. Sorry. Got to go to the subdomain, obviously, right? The store dot. See, and that's probably the one I sent you because that's what I thought. Reselling. Is it affiliate? I just don't know what the code is. It's affiliate. If you go to seo.chrispalmer.org/affiliate, inside of there, it will give you not only your code, but it will tell you the services that are associated with your account, which I think it's a list of 20 or 25. And then that way you could do the reselling. All right. When I get off this live stream, Andy, since you're chatting with me right now, I'll double check and make sure. We'll see if there's anything wrong since you're bringing it to my attention fresh here, and we'll take care of that. I thought you were like getting some type of actual service, like a different type of service. I don't even know. I work with a lot of, especially lately too, since we started running ads, I'm taking in people that I don't even know, and it can be stressful, but also very rewarding at the same time. So Andy, nothing against you, dude. Not at all. But is there any other questions here? You're a legend. Thank you for your help. Of course, dude. So I'm reading these messages and I'm like, dude, there's no way. Like, we try to help everybody. I can't help everybody. Some people are mad, some people aren't, right? But I can either rectify or refund, right? And then hey, you can't make everyone happy. But if I had 1,000 people, let's just say on a smaller scale, let's say we had 100 people, 5 people would be ticked off. You know what I'm saying? So in my opinion, we have a very low rate of complaint. Like, yeah, we're not the fastest at communication, but I don't sell on top of service communication. I just sell the service. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to sell the best service for the best price. The texting and the messages and the email, that's my time, personal time. Or I have to hire somebody that can sit there and do that. And that's what people will say, oh, why don't you just hire somebody? But you can't hire the information, strategy, the knowledge, and oftentimes it's a technical question. They're not questions about service. They're questions about technique or strategy or process or goal sets. Like what's our goal? What's our strategy? What are we doing next? What exactly should I buy? My staff can help you with service, but they don't know. They're not SEOs, you know? So I run into that a lot, and that's been a learning curve for me, I'll be honest. Teaching the staff all the answers to all the questions that they're going to receive, like how, right? And then I even had somebody that was relatively new to the market. They're like, oh, make videos. I'm like, yeah, but who knows what the new question will be, you know? So with that said, I hate that this is in 720, but here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go back through the process to make it more concise real quick. We hit the hour mark, so I'm happy with the stream time that we have. And then I'm going to talk to you, Andy. We'll make sure that you're in there. I'm trying to get access. No, it's all good. Something else. Here's what else I learned about offering white label service and being a service provider, just any service provider. People that offer know. When you read a message, it reads and conveys much stronger than what the person actually means, right? So when I read up here, like the type like this, I'm sending the tickets, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. It's like, like super strong. But really, we talked back and forth. It was just a minor delay, right? Like a easily rectifiable thing. And that's oftentimes the case. So, but in any case, that doesn't matter. I'm here to help. That's why I'm here. And I'm always looking for the biggest problems because that's how you do the best. So let's go back through this. All right. Let's start at the very top. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to record it as a secondary video. Okay. But starting through a quantifiable step-by-step process. Okay. But here. Okay. And then, okay, so that's that page. All right, that'll be to explain that. Okay. So let's start at the very top here. And I'm hoping that this will be massively helpful for you. Well, for everybody, really. So we'll start at the top. I'll make this right to the point. That way we can get through it. And then I'll go for truck accidents. So here we'll go right to calc maps. Okay. That way I could describe that. We'll do a step 1, step 2, step 3. Okay. So that way it's most helpful. Okay. Now up here at the top, here's what we'll do. We're going to do step number 1. Oh, Madge, I can't talk right now, dude. So step number 1 is going to be simple. Step number 1 is going to be identify target area you offer services, right? Number 2 is going to be target areas that do not compete with one another, right? I don't know if that's 2 words or one. I'm not an English major. But let's just pretend that it's 2, one another. Here, we'll put a dash just for fun. That's probably extra wrong. Who knows? I don't know. Identify the target area. Target the areas that don't compete with one another. Target number 3 is going to be... So target number 3, identify the areas, make sure I'm not competing with myself. Oh, and then where do you actually link, or how do you link? And then how to add pages to your site, right? How do you add those pages to your site? Best for SEO. All right. Target areas that you don't compete with one another. How to. All right. And then this right here is optimize. So we want to target the main area, identify main area you offer your services, right? So we want to identify the main area, optimize your pages for more areas to generate more calls with less work, right? Less pages or less work. We'll call that number. Okay, got it. Okay, there we are. That's the only change that I want to make. So number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Okie dokie. And then how do you actually add those pages? Okay. And then, of course, by the time this comes out, we'll be ready. It's not ready yet, but it will be. There. Here. Blue. Bold. Underline? That's fine. Okay. That was fun. Sorry. See? All right. Let's talk about it. All right. And we'll go right back to our example here. I think it was... There. So San Jose is so big. But man, oh man. Let me say. All right, here, let's pull that up quick. All right. Wow, what a big area. My goodness gracious. All right. But in any case, here, this is just to showcase an idea. Okay. I want to outline the area. All right. So, in any case, we'll start from the top. I'm sorry we have to go back over this, but it's to put all of the ideas that we talked about. Plus, I had some extra side questions that added to this. And we like worked through it together. It was really fun. I like doing the streams. I really do. I get to interact. I get to make a better video. I get to put out the information better. I get to answer your questions. I get to touch base. I like it a lot. But with that said, let's go ahead and kick this off. We'll see how we look. I've looked better. No. I've looked worse. Maybe I should shave. I've been working lately. But that's okay. We'll get over it. It'll be all right. I mean, I do work. I mean, all right. Right now we have a couple live projects open. Waiting for some content. I got like a laser lady. Got some laser hair removal going on. I got some web design companies I'm working on. I got my own 2 projects we're working on, Gray Hat and the Mastermind that we're pushing out. I got the tool. Oh yeah, the tool stuff's cooking. I got some stuff cooking. So I've been busy. I've been working. And then I got my tests I've been running in the background. That's what I was working on over the weekend. But in any case, enough jabberjaw. Let's get into it. Oh, here, before I get into this, that way, because once I get done with this, we're out of here. Okay? I'll be done for today. I'll talk to Andrew then. But here, let's see here. Fact Boy. Hey, Chris, are you attending the conferences in Chiang Mai? No. I've talked to Matt numerous times. I consider us friends, and he never asked me to come out and speak. You know, it has to be a business of Mr. Cowley. I have to, what's the word? I have to make it a business venture to leave, you know? So with that being said, I don't go to these conferences unless I'm either speaking or sometimes I'll meet people at conferences. That way it's a double whammy, whether it's going to be a partnership agreement or for some type of work, right? Like if there's a client nearby, if there's somebody I can meet up with to catch up with on or do something, then I make it like an event. But just to go and I don't know, conference, it's not my thing. Hey man, nice stream. Thank you. Yeah, one of my competitors has a 3 GMB accounts with the same address. He changed the postal codes on all of them and somehow Google verified all the listing. Is there a way to combat this? Okay. So one of your competitions has 3 GMB accounts with the same address. He changed the postal code on them, but somehow they're all verified. They verified all of the Google verified all of the it zipped off some of your stuff. But I have a funny feeling that what you're asking here is they have the same exact name, maybe even the same phone number. Now, something else I want to mention is depending on the industry that you're in. For instance, let's say I've worked with chiropractors, still do, right? a couple of them in big cities, LA, Houston, Orlando, which is weird. He's cool though. What I noticed is on some platforms, let's just say, for instance, one that I know off the top of my head, ZocDoc. ZocDoc, when you sign up with their, you get they create you a Google business profile. I don't know how they do it, but you get a pin on that map created by ZocDoc, right? There's a lot of platforms that are like this. So with that being said, depending on your industry and the directories and the solutions you're using, I would double verify those and nip that in the butt. Secondly, anytime you have secondary businesses targeting secondary primary categories. So you want it's the same business, same person getting the leads, but I want to target other areas like within my primary category, but I don't want to compete with myself. You have to change that primary category. The name has to have a slight variation. It has to be a different web page, right? Web page. And on top of that, there has to be a different phone number. So phone number, web page, a slight modification of description, but that doesn't really matter. But the name is key, the category key, phone number key. Name, address, phone number has to be different. There has to be a level of difference within those three areas for it to be considered and stay a different listing and not compete with my current. Category, name, address, phone number. Other than that, getting them stopped, getting them closed down or shut down. If you have their services, first and foremost, there's numerous services online. We offer a service that takes down listings, right? It's a takedown service. With that being said, if you have very strong accounts, you can usually close down businesses. That's one way to get it stopped. The other way is within your emails that you get from Google. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, there'll be two boxes. The one on the left will be, I forget what it says, but this one over here will look like it's headphones, and it'll be a contact us. When it says contact us, when you click on that, there'll be a box that pops up and it'll say, what is this a problem about? Or what are you contacting us about? Now there's multiple products there in a drop down. And then after you choose Google Business Profile, it'll say, hey, what are you contacting us about? Which GMB? And then you select that. That's another way to get into contact with them. The trick with contacting the ads, people, like if you're running ads and you have an ads manager, those days are done. Like those guys just shut you straight down now. They used to help. They don't help anymore. So I don't know if that helps, but here, it looks like you're giving me some more feedback. I feel you, man. Been working with a customer for 3 days straight. ADHD hyperfocus got me good. Yes. See, dude, exactly. 3 days straight. Like, dude, if I'm not with little Chris, I'm either focused on my own stuff or several dozen other people's stuff. And then I'm talking to my main clients that are at the top of the list for the month or the week, right? Main clients, talking to my partners, talking to teammates, skimming through the emails. Like, okay, who's at the top? Like I could see how 3 days could pass, Mr. Crawley. So, and then yes, I send them and you can check it. It's really weird. No, they changed the names and the phone numbers, but address is the same. It's a towing service. Yeah, that address piece. See, that's tough. Usually when Google can't decide, they either choose nothing or they pick one, and it's not usually the one that you want. You either have to go through the proper channels or get a strong account to shut them down, or if you have access to them, if they didn't just create them, you need to go in there and modify those key areas. Sometimes if you just don't want them, going in there and claiming them. If you go in there and claim it, right? Because it'll be attached to either a phone number or an email. If you messed up and you created them, you can reclaim and get access. So I don't know your exact situation, but I hope that helps you out. All right. So here, let's Let's go over here now. Let's go to, okay, let's get into, all right. We'll go through our cycle of, we're going to go over today's video. All right. I'm going to redo it. I'm going to make it a recording and we're going to call it a day today. So once I hop off of here, I have to go, but it's been an absolute pleasure. So we're going to go back through the information in a more concise fashion, like a video. And that'll be it for today. All right. So I'm going to make myself a little bit smaller so my big head's not in the way. All right. And yes. Oh, here. This is for not only you, but also for me, right? It helps me, especially in the beginning of the video, remember to say what the video is about. So if you're ever wondering, that's how I work. So this goes at the top. This will be a little bit bigger. It's got to be bigger than what's at the top. This will be red. Make it bold. Yep, bold. This, unbold. Okay. And then this, you can move up here. Okie dokie. And then here we can move this page over. So, all right. All right, so here, let's get into it. Ready? And hello and good day. My name is Chris Palmer with chrispalmer.org. In today's local SEO video, what I need to share with you is how your local business can start getting more service calls by doing less SEO locally. So I really don't want to waste any time here. The 4 things that I want to walk through in this video, I'll give you the guides, I'll give you the tutorial, the walkthrough. But the 4 things that I want to walk you through are: number 1, identifying your main service area. Number 2, optimizing your pages for more areas in order to generate more calls by doing less work. Creating less pages is doing less work. Number 3, how to target areas that you will not compete with yourself in. You don't want to create pages that cannibalize and just eat each other, and then you don't show up for anything. And lastly, how do you actually add these pages to your website, whether you're going to add a new page or target another area within your same page? It'll all make sense. Let's not waste time. We'll get directly into it. The very first thing that I want to showcase to you or walk you through is how I like to identify a target area. Now, oftentimes I will talk to a business owner and I will ask the business owner, hey, how far are you willing to drive to do services in? So let's go ahead and use an example here. The example that we're going to target is San Jose. Now, when you take a look inside of Google Maps, that's google.com/maps, what you'll do is you'll come inside, and for this example, we'll use San Jose. When I take a look at San Jose, do you see this red dotted outline? This is Google signifying and outlining for us that this is San Jose. Now, I want to point out a few things. See these bolded areas? These are secondary locations that can potentially have traffic, right? That are in San Jose. Sometimes some of them might be outside. See this? Like it looks like it's outside, but it's actually here. These are other areas that we either need to create a page for, or we can add this term. Let's just take a look at Evergreen, California, to our San Jose page. You see, we identify our service and our location. Here's who we are, here's what we do, and here's where we do it. And that's optimization in a nutshell. So we're in San Jose. The example I'll use is truck accident lawyer. All right. We can see that these areas are other areas in San Jose. When we zoom in, we can get even smaller neighborhoods, but I like the first zoom, right? So we'll look at San Jose and Evergreen. But back to what I was mentioning before, I talk to business owners and they say, hey, I'm willing to drive 15 miles, 20 miles, 10 miles. But identifying the area that you provide services in, number one, is we need to look at Google's identifier. And then I like to utilize a tool called Calc Maps. There's many tools like this to outline and identify a certain radius. So all we have to do is we'll take our location of our business. We'll go here and point out, let's say you want to drive 20 miles, search it, and then look at the map, right? Are you willing to drive 20 miles? Let's just search San Jose. Are you willing to drive 20 miles? Like, are you sure you want to drive 20 miles? Like when you come inside of here and we look at, here we'll draw a circle. Here we'll do it this way, like this, right? Like, is that, let's say this is 20 plus miles. Here, look at our radius, 29 miles. That's 30 miles. Like, I talk to business owners all the time. Don't fall into this trap. You think you're going to target a huge area? Double check using Calc Maps. You can utilize this to draw a map, or sometimes when it's working, the pointer always works, but you can either do a circumference or an area. Double check and make sure that you and or your helpers, your workers, your employees are willing to drive this far. And that's the very first step, identifying what area does Google think that we're in, and which areas are we actually willing to drive. Identify the area first. Number two, optimize your pages for more areas, to generate more calls for less work. You see number 2 and number 3 on this list, how to target areas that don't compete with one another, and how to target more areas by doing less SEO. They work together. And how they work together is exactly like this. Here's how you do your homework. So what you want to do is you want to put in your primary key term. Now, for this particular example, we're going to look up truck accident lawyer in San Jose, being our target market and our target service. Now, when you search for truck accident lawyer in San Jose, or for instance, if you're sitting in San Jose, you won't type San Jose, you'll look at your search results. Now, we can see here, truck accident lawyer, we can see the page, Habasys and Associate, right? We can see the page, and this is for educational purposes only. I do not own these sites. It's just for education. I'm just showcasing, all right? When we go down this list here, Habas, we can see the page that they're providing here, personal injury. We scroll past the pack, desktop map pack. We go to Needham, right? We can see the page that they're providing. Golden State, Needham, right? Habas and Swanson. Now, we want to look at the identifiable market, right? We want to look at the area that we're willing to target, and we want to look at the area that Google thinks is the primary area. What I mean by this is, like we just looked up, truck accident lawyer in San Jose. San Jose is the main city, right? That's our target market, San Jose. But there's a lot of towns and neighborhoods that make up San Jose. There's a lot of people there. We want to be able to help and service them all. So we identify another area that's within our target market that potentially and hopefully has traffic. But for this example, we're going to use Evergreen. And what we want to do is we identify our primary, San Jose. We look at our results, and then we look up the other area. So we look up truck, accident, lawyer, Evergreen, California. And we want to know, is Google showing different pages and different players, different results? Yes or no? Now, if Google is showing different pages, different results, different players, that signifies to us as business owners that we need to create a separate page. However, if Google is showing the exact same results, then that means within our primary page, our San Jose truck accident lawyer San Jose page, we can talk about Evergreen truck accident lawyers being a service area that we provide our service in our San Jose page. So we look at our San Jose. We can see here, not this one. We come right over here and we look down the list. Swanson, we take a look at the page in the left-hand corner, showcases the page. All right, that shows the page. Hobbs, Needham, Golden, Hobbs, and Swanson. Needham, same page. GCL, this is number 10 on the list. Yelp wasn't in the last one. This is a new player. Preston's a new player. Golden Attorney shows up in our last list. Morgan, I didn't see. Here's Nordean. That's on our first list. I'm seeing a lot of the same pages from the last SERP in this SERP. Now, I want to point this out. Yes, in our San Jose page, we could talk about Evergreen, California. And if we have an authoritative enough site, we will be able to target both. Now, I do see a mixed result here. I am seeing some pages that are heavily optimized just for Evergreen, California. So with that being said, I want to go outside of my 1, 2, 3, 4, and I want to showcase to you a strategy utilizing a third-party tool, right, as a side tip, a way to look and see, hey, I'm seeing a mixed result. I think I know for a fact I could create a San Jose page and talk about Evergreen because Google's showing me 60% of the same result. But let's say, for instance, that we're seeing a mixed result just like this. What do we do? Well, what you want to do is you want to go to a page that is heavily optimized for the secondary term, okay? So we're scrolling down our page here, and we can see this one here. This is Riverside. I want Evergreen. I thought I saw one that said Evergreen. This is just an example, all right? I don't want to go through. I want to find one that's optimized for Evergreen. I doubt ones down at the bottom are going to say it. I keep seeing Riverside for some reason. Is Riverside located inside of San Jose? Let's double check. For some odd reason, I keep seeing it. Is it? No, it is not. No, it is not. It is outside of it. All right. So I'm mistaken here. For some reason I thought I saw Evergreen. Maybe I'm losing it. Right? Best Evergreen. Maybe I just saw one or two. But let's say, for instance, all right, that I have a mixed result. To not digress too much. All right. All we want to do then is we want to take the sites that are hyper optimized in the same SERP. Like I'm 99.9% sure we can create a San Jose truck accident page and target Evergreen. But let's just take a random one just to show you the strategy. I know they're not the same. I know it's not Evergreen. I know. I just want to show you this tip. All you will simply do is if you have access to a third-party traffic data tool, what you want to do is you want to take the other identifiable website, all right? You want to take it into a tool and look at their actual traffic that they're receiving. If you are noticing a considerable amount of traffic, all right, in this particular example, we have a San Jose page and we're looking at Evergreen, California for truck accident. If I'm seeing a mixed result, you take the site that's hyper optimized for Evergreen, or in this case, Riverside, whatever the case is, you put it into a tool and you see, is this page actually getting traffic by having a singled out page? Yes or no? If you see, unlike this one, right? This page is getting no traffic. This page is ranking for no keywords. It's right. I see an outlier and I want to know, is it a good idea? Go and look at who's before you. Are they getting traffic? Is it a good idea? Should I do this? Yes or no? And this is how you do that. Take the site, throw it into a third-party tool, Ahrefs, SEMrush, Moz, Majestic, whichever tool. Take a look at their actual page and see if it's a good idea for you. I want to showcase to you number 4 here. All right, that was a side tip. I'll trim it down in the edit. But number 4, how to add pages to your site for best SEO. Now, there's 2 ways that I want to showcase to you. You either are going to add another page, right? Another area page on top of your main location, right? If we take a look at our example and we start looking at Evergreen and our San Jose, If we were going to add another page, how would we add that? And if we were going to add it to the existing page, how would we add that? Well, I actually created a small example here. Let's scroll down here a little tiny bit. Let's say, for instance, that this is your website. All right. So you have yourmainwebsite.com. That's your homepage. On top of that, you also are going to have a top level page, a pillar page, a main entity page. For this example, we're using the main entity as truck accident lawyer, just like we did for San Jose just moments ago. So we have truck accident lawyer being the main entity of page. This is a broad match page, a pillar page, an establishing page to identify our website.com is who we are. / this is what we do. Within the this is what we do page, truck accident lawyer, we will internally link to our location pages. How I wrote it out was Houston, truck accident lawyer, Houston. Now, to go one level deeper, okay? One level deeper, I wanted to outline the actual page structure. So how I've done this here is just like this. You have your main head of the page. Up here, you would have probably a logo here, right? And then you would list out, there would be truck accident lawyer, maybe car accident lawyer, train accident lawyer, and then you'd have probably a contact, right? That's your header menu. Then inside of your page, you have your title tag, your H1, your form, right? Some body content, and H2 and H3. But see this spot here? It's a small block, a div tag, a block, a table, a grid, however you want to do it. It could be images. It could just be text with key terms in it, like truck accident lawyer Houston, truck accident lawyer Austin, truck accident lawyer San Jose, truck accident lawyer Evergreen. We're looking to be on the top level page and internally link to our location pages. Power trickles down. Not only that, we're going to interlink back up. But how I wanted to outline this to you is, well, how do I add this to my site? Well, you add it just like this. You have your truck page. In the truck page, I internally link to my location page. In my location pages, to go back to our examples here, if I'm creating a page, okay? If I am creating a page and we want to add Evergreen to our San Jose page, how do I add those terms to the page so I can do less work but target more areas? Inside the body copy, I talk about Evergreen. Or on top of that, you can make a grid or an internal linking block or a sidebar that will say other areas we service and put truck accident lawyer Evergreen, truck accident lawyer Riverside, truck accident, whatever you want. As long as we can internally link from our top level page, and as long as we can link from our other secondary location pages, our other location pages, to all of the areas we service that are in the same state, you're on the right track. So this is the step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and a side tip on how you can get more service calls by doing less SEO. We're identifying our primary areas. We're identifying what Google thinks that area is. We're identifying where we actually provide our services. We're identifying our services we provide, and then we're looking in those areas that Google showed us, and we're looking for other areas that don't compete with the main one. Our example, the main service was San Jose, a secondary service or a secondary location was Evergreen. Evergreen's inside of San Jose, but it shows different or the same results, same pages, same players. That means I can talk about Evergreen within the San Jose page. I don't have to create more pages. All I have to do is add Evergreen to the San Jose page. Furthermore, doing less work, but getting more calls. With that being said, that wraps up my 4+1 extra tip video. My name is Chris Palmer with chrispalmer.org, the SEO mastermind, soon to be Gray Hat SEO. If you have any questions related to this strategy or any others, please feel free to go ahead and ask in the section below. And I look forward to seeing you in the next How to Get More Local Service SEO Calls video. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye-bye. That was fun, man. That was a lot of fun. I like making videos. Chris Palmer, Shinify Chase, what's up, dude? Long time no see. Keep changing your name. I'm looking for you on YouTube. I was like, dude, just like 2 days ago. I'm like, this guy changed his name again. Like, it's great to see you, man. Great to see you. Glad you're enjoying the video content. I knowing you, you're probably not enjoying the video content, but thank you for checking in, man. I appreciate that. Gialberto, is it possible to get listed on Google Maps with just local city pages with virtual office addresses and unique phone numbers and Web 2 citations? I understand this location can't be verified because Google will not verify national virtual office addresses, but it can drive traffic. My thoughts. Um so something that I know, service area, non-service area, right? Locations that are verified or unverified. I'm not going to pay somebody to use their address if I can't get a verified listing. So that's the first thing. Secondly, um, I'm not, the way that you put it, not so much. I think, in my personal and humble opinion, I would be looking for secondary ways to get a verified listing and or unlisted um, office spaces and or apartments or anywhere I could get a verified listing that I could validate and verify that will show up on the actual map, or slash I would be looking to create service area businesses that can be verified without having to pay the piper. I don't want to have to pay a monthly fee or a yearly fee to use an address that is only going to get a mile radius. I can do that much cheaper ways. So hey, I think you should do anything that will allow you to get more phone calls and more leads and do better business for yourself and your family. That's what I think. You do whatever is necessary. But I think there's better ways to go about that, So hopefully that helps you out. And that's going to wrap it up for me today. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'm going to see little Chris. Thank you so much for your time. Many, many blessings. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you all so much. Chase, good to see you. J. Alberto, Mr. Crowley, Andrew, I'll take care of you right now. Abaloo, One Bad Bow, Muhammad, great to see you. Jose, great to see you. Dijon, Bella, even you, you're kind of mad, I guess, but I don't know why. Dijon, Ali, Alberto, Offer, I like your logo is awesome. And Hera, thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure. Many blessings. Andrew, I'm going to take care of your whatever you would like right now. Yeah, if since Andrew brought it up and he was interested in the affiliate stuff, wait for grayhatseo.com. I have some new and exciting things up and ready. Search engine optimization tools is at its, oh, you know what? Actually, I forgot to check. You know what? I got a message on Sunday, but I was with little Chris and I did not check. Let's go see together since we're here, right? Here, let's go see. Yes, there's some optimizations and stuff to do, but I was more worried about some other things. So, okay, so that one's not done, but that's not the one. Keyword cannibalization is up and ready. Entity tool up and ready. Citation checker. Let's go. Wow. Okay. Okay. So it's looking like our citation checker is up and ready. Let's go see what else. Grid. Uh, Wait a second here. Well, let's do our boy alligator pause. Let's go. Yep. Here, add the keyword. Let's do pool repair in Miami. How about just pool repair actually? Enter. Okay, I like it. And then, oh, it's moving fast too. Oh yeah, I just got a different server. Well, I bought a server and I set it up. It's um oh, that's right. And then what's the word I'm looking for? Like overage? What do they call that? Load balancing. So any load balance, I added a load balancer is what I did. But here we'll go 5x5. And then here's what's cool too. We lowered this down so we could shrink these down to a tenth. And then you're supposed to be able to shut some of these off. Okay, still working on that. That's okay. Hey, it's all good. And then here, we'll bring this up to a 3. So that way we can shrink it down to the area. Like, how well around the business do you rank? Here, we'll go to a half-mile spread in between these. And we'll go miles and submit the task. Alligator polls, there's that. Total keywords, and it's paused. This one was just ran on... This one just ran. That one's doing well. Why are these turning blue? What other little things did he add here? Main locale. I like how it pulls in the competition. That's kind of cool. Oh, and then it's taking me. Okay. Oh, and then it's showing me the competition. Oh, that's a little feature. Okay. He added that without me even asking. It says paused. Oh no, it's processing. Okay. So this one was just ran on the 14th, so that one's working. What other tools are in here? Is there more? Citation, cannibalization, review is interesting. The entity tool is wildly useful. I have that in a script that runs differently. This is kind of weird. 25 grid points. I don't know what that is. But wow, if that comes back, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I really like this. I want to see. It's giving me the opportunities. Oh, I like that. Yes. It's exactly what I needed. Oh, I see. So how he did it was, hey, let's scrape. See, I wanted him to scrape them all. I do not want the domain authority. I don't want that. I don't want anything to do with that. I don't want to pull in the authority. Yeah, no. But comparison. This is what I wanted, just like this. Which ones do they have that I don't have? So I want to be able to take myself plus I was hoping for 5 other competitors, but I'll take 3. And then look down the list of the leading. I wanted to pull in 100. It looks like he pulled in 50. This thing is still processing, whatever that means. And then we're identifying from the top performers to me, where are the deficits? Okay. And then an overview. I can pull in. Okay, so he's pulling in 50. See, I don't want to pull in 50. I want to pull in 100. And then it's pulling in the review count. Excellent, excellent, excellent work. This is, dude, I mean, adding a few more scrapes isn't going to be too hard. I really, really like it. Excellent. See, the reason why, we were pulling them manually and it was becoming a pain. So anything that I find myself doing repetitively, I'm going to add into the tool suite. So, I'm really happy about that. So, and the reason why we're doing that is I want to show you guys something, guys and gals. Okay. Any business, especially in the local service markets, right? For instance, let's go to, I worked with a guy, carpet cleaning in Boulder, right? Boulder, Colorado. I used to work with a guy out in a carpet company. I mean, he was happy. Our contract was up. We were ranking page 1 for everything. He changed literally everything, and then he tanked. I hope that he comes back because he's a great guy. But yeah, no, he was ranking on page 1. Sometimes he would drop down to 11 or 12. So let's see if that's what happened. No, he vanished without a trace. But I have videos where he was number 1 for everything. Page 1, top 5. So in any case, that doesn't matter. And dude, he was even in here. So in any case, what I want to show you is regardless of the market, whether it's this market or here, let's go into a market that I don't know. Let's go to carpet cleaning. I don't know, Houston. All right. What we find ourselves doing a lot is scraping and finding the leading competition and taking a look at their backlink profiles. And one of the things I find myself doing a lot of is building directory and citation and listing type sites that are no follow and do follow, but they're relatively authoritative and they're niche specific. So what I want is I want a tool to take the top 5 competitors, pull in their 100 top results that show up in the SERPs, citations that have indexed, directories that have indexed in search results. Take the index citations that all my competition has and put them into a list, and then have an export of, hey, build this list, and then send it right to the builder. Because we were doing this manual. I wanted something that would do it without me having to do it myself. Because everybody I look at, here, watch this. If you come in here and take a look, they'll have a lot of links. But what you'll quickly identify is that all of the links, almost all, okay? So here, watch. Here, we'll do a, it's, if I come inside of here and I look at referring domains, right? I'm just going to look at referring domains just to prove something out here. We'll go to authority, most authoritative, okay? And look at, here's their referring domains. Now, backlinks, they have tons. But actual links, if you look at their link profile, take a look for yourself. Number 1 ranking carpet company in Houston. Houston's not a joke. That's a big city, right? Take a look down this list. Bing Online Services. Let's look at the backlink. Is it an image? Yep, an image. So that's pulled from a business profile. Okay, I could get that. Yellow Pages, directory or citation, right? Zoom Info, directory or citation. Expertise, directory citation. I'll just say DC. Site link, DC. Look at this. For emotion, it's probably like a blog comment or something along these lines. Something along those lines. An easily achievable link. Bipper Media, same thing. Oh, I have to go. I have a scheduled call. I'm very sorry. I love you guys very, very much. I'll see you. I have to rock. I forgot about that. All right. I love you guys. I'll answer this very quickly. What are your thoughts with cloaking on the homepage and top tier pages for state and local city? Cloaking involves presenting different content to search engine crawlers than to human visitors. I think that everything is well and good. until you find success and one of your competitors outs you. Sites that have trouble generally don't have trouble on their own. They are outed by competition most of the time. So I think that, hey, Nate, if you have something and it's working, you're the webmaster. I think it's up to you. On a consultant side, right? I can never recommend that you do anything that cannot produce a long-term success. In the short term, I'm sure you can find some wins, but I think long term you're going to run into trouble. I really do. So I wish you the best, and yeah. And if you start banging them, what I mean by that is really racking in dollars, and move on. All right. I love you, man. You have a great rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one. Many blessings